and welcome to the Homemade Podcast Sports. This is your host, Jay Pops.
Appreciate it. I'd like to welcome you to the 2020 Capital One Orange Bowl trophy presentation and a big congratulations to Texas A&M. We'd also like to thank the fans for traveling from College Station, Chapel Hill, and elsewhere, making this an incredible atmosphere at Hard Rock Stadium for what was an unbelievable finish. I'll now turn it over to the Orange Bowl Committee Chair and President, Jeff E. Rubin.
Thank you, Katie. Congratulations! On behalf of the Orange Bowl Committee, I want to thank you and I want to congratulate both teams for a tremendous year and for an amazing season during some very, very tough times. I also want to thank our conference partners, the ACC and the SEC. I also want to thank Capital One for being our title sponsor of tonight's game. And with that, I would like to present the 87th Capital One Orange Bowl trophy to Texas A&M Aggies and Coach Jimbo Fisher. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. First of all, I would like to say one thing. I say congratulations to North Carolina. North Carolina had one heck of a team, man. That was one of the great Orange Bowls of all time. That game right there was one heck of a football game. He's got a great team. But I'd also say there's a heck of a football team standing right here in front of me, too. I'm a heck of a football team right here in front of me. Hey, we came a long way, achieved a lot of things, had some disappointments, had some things. But I'm going to tell you what, this team kept fighting just like in this game. I can't be happy. I'm so happy for our fans. The 12th man is as good as it gets, guys. I'm telling you that right now. They're lucky we all couldn't come. They're lucky we all couldn't come. But, hey, there's some great things what this team's accomplished, this senior class. I want to say thank you to this senior class, what it's achieved, what it's done, what it's came through, and really persevered and laid the groundwork for the future of this organization. But I'm going to tell you this, we ain't done yet.
Jimbo, I have to ask, when's the last time you ran that fast to avoid a Gatorade shower?
I'll tell you what, I pulled my hamstring. Somebody in there is going to pay for that. I haven't ran that fast in 25 years.
Jimbo, you alluded to it earlier. A couple of weeks ago, your team felt it deserved to be in the top four.
Yeah.
In no way, shape, or form did they hang their heads or did they pout. How gratifying is it to win the Capital One Orange Bowl?
I'm going to tell you this right now. There's a group of players right here that love each other. And I'm going to tell you, they were very disappointed. But we had a meeting about an hour after the selection. And we walked in, we said, we don't care. We're going to play the best Orange Bowl we can possibly play. We're going to lay the groundwork. And their whole mindset went 1 hour. I know it hurt them inside, but it tells about the character of this team. And for nobody to take a step out, nobody thought about opting out of the game. They'd all play because they all wanted to love, trust, and believe in each other. They had a responsibility to each other. And something proud right there. That's Aggie pride right there.
Isaiah Spiller has meant a great deal to your football program, and of course we hope that his ankle is okay. What did you think of the performance of Devon A-Chain, the man standing right next to you in tonight's game?
I'm telling you, I might have to keep this guy around a little bit. I'm going to tell you something now. What he did tonight, the runs, but he's done it all year. He got banged in the beginning of the year, then he had great runs in the middle of the year, then he got banged up, and he came back tonight. And that performance tonight, I mean, that run, I don't know how far it was, 70, 80 yards, bouncing, banging. That's what big-time players do. He's going to have an unbelievable future. I'm so happy and so proud of him, that's for sure.
Thank you, Jimbo. Congratulations. Jeff,
Thank you.
I'll turn it back to you.
Well, Devon, congratulations.
And welcome back to the Homemade Podcast of Sports with your host, Jay Pops. Guys, Orange Bowl champs. 2020 Orange Bowl champs. Yes, I'm going to rep it. I don't care what you guys think. I don't care what you guys say. I don't care how you guys feel about that win. Which leads me to this, people. I haven't seen so many people upset of the simple fact that Texas A&M won the darn game. I hadn't seen so many people upset because of that. For what, man? We won. A lot of people are just upset on how the way we won. A lot of people feel like, oh, that wasn't a dominant win. Y'all barely won it against University of North Carolina Tar Heels backups. First of all, I give credit to where it's due. North Carolina fans, where y'all at, man? Stand up. Why? Because Mac Brown has got that team rolling. First off, it wasn't nobody but one player on their defense that opted out. It was the offense that had a lot of opt-outs. All right? A lot of people are still saying, oh, well, such and such was in the game. I would have picked North Carolina. Okay, that's fine. If they win the game, I still stand firm on my decision that we still would have won the game. We still would have won. Anywho, back to these folks that's mad. It's a lot of people that, mainly Big 12 fans. Big 12 is pissed off. I'm talking about OU fans mad. Tight end for OU. Where you at, big boy? The tight end for OU is mad. Probably the coaching staff for OU is mad. OU players, period, and OU fans, period, are mad. What are y'all mad at? For one thing, y'all should be glad that y'all won. It's your first New Year's Six bowl win in like 5 years, man. What are you talking about? Y'all should be glad y'all won. Y'all should be glad. Enjoy your victory. Leave A&M out of it. Y'all are mad at A&M because they're a number 5 team? Stop it, man. Get out of here with that nonsense. I done seen University of Texas fans mad. I seen a couple of them come on Twitter, and then they had the nerve to post a stat of what's their record of all-time wins against A&M. What in the hell they got to do with anything? Wow, man, what does that have to do with anything? Until you guys can get your coaching together, then you come back and talk to any team that you guys feel like talking to. Leave us out of the conversation. For what, man? What are you guys mad at? We left you guys all the money that you guys wanted. University of Texas, you got your own TV deal. You're in the Big 12 still. You just can't get past Oklahoma. North TCU. I'm going to say that once again. North TCU. Leave us out of it. We ain't got nothing to do with y'all. Leave us out of it, man. Move along to another team that's mad. But it's one fan, I'm going to point him out in a minute. Ohio State fans are mad. What in the hell y'all mad at? Damn, y'all are international championship. What's the issue? What are y'all mad at? Well, they mad because we won too. And then I'm hearing this here. Oh, well, and OU, I'm talking to you, OU. Well, if we would have played Texas A&M, man, we would have won by 4 touchdowns. Easily. Y'all got y'all little dub for the first time in 5 years in the New Year's Six bowl game. And now y'all feel like y'all can beat anybody. I was the one that said, hey, man, I like where that OU team is going. But now I'm going to say this here. And I was one of those ones that said Florida had no excuses. But I'm going to go out on a limb here. Florida fans, where y'all at? Come to the podcast. Florida, if y'all would have had y'all regular guys in, y'all would have beat shit out of Oklahoma probably by 6 touchdowns. Y'all going on with that, man. OU, yeah, y'all can go on with that. For whatever reason, y'all think y'all should come at us for some reason. What y'all coming at us for? I was one of the ones that said I wanted to play y'all. I wish they would have put us against y'all so we could have whooped y'all ass again, just like 2013 and left your ass with 14 points. It would have been a 41-14 win again. Y'all better go on somewhere with that, man. Enjoy your win, Sooners. Enjoy your win, Sooners. And then when we tell y'all this y'all first win in the last 5 New Year's Six bowl games, y'all come up with this excuse. Well, at least we made it. At least we made it to the playoffs. Over how many national championships y'all got? Who gives a shit? Enjoy your win, man. Going on. Move around. We don't play y'all anymore. We do not play y'all anymore, little brother. And if we was in the Big 12, we probably would have had about 5 or 6 Big 12 titles by now. You better understand that we ain't that same Big 12 team that y'all know or knew. Let me rephrase that. We aren't the same Big 12 team that y'all knew years ago. This ain't R.C. Slocum coaching team anymore, homie. Kill that nonsense. Kill that nonsense. Hell, you know what? I even seen Alabama fans get on there and congratulate us and back us up. Matter of fact, now I'm going to get to the Ohio State fan. I even had an Ohio State fan come in the podcast and say, man, you know what? A&M is a good team. They're only missing like a Justin Fields. They're only a Justin Fields away from getting to where they need to be. You know how long it's been since I've heard something like that? No, man. It ain't just us A&M fans believing in this team and knowing that what we got. First of all, A-Chain, baby, where you at? Come on, A-Chain. The MVP. The MVP. That run, young man, solidified everything that I've been telling everybody since day one. That run solidified everything. And if Isaiah Spiller wouldn't have got hurt, that game probably would have been won by 3 touchdowns. I'm going to go out on a limb and say that. And Isaiah Spiller was playing like a fool. It's just they contained Isaiah Spiller, but then he had got hurt on that last drive. And I saw him when he got up and started lifting. I say, man, he hurt. That run by A-Chain solidified everything we need to know come next year. This team was the more dominant running team that we've ever seen Texas A&M have in a long time. They dominated in the run game because of the simple fact that they knew that they were limited in the passing attack. What we done last night in the fourth quarter alone, that was dominance. See, people got dominance. See, people got people got the context of dominance all mixed up. They feel like if you're going to be dominant, then you need to dominate all game. You can dominate in all parts of the game, man. Just because how you feel that dominance should be doesn't mean you're right. Dominance can be performed in any way, form, or fashion. You can dominate in the fourth quarter. You can dominate in the third quarter. You can dominate in the second. You can dominate in the first. And then let off the gas if needed. We didn't let off the gas. First of all, man, North Carolina showed up to play. I told y'all, as long as Sam Howell was playing, that guy was going to put up at least 21 points. My score prediction was 42-21. I was almost there. It turned out to be 41-27. I was almost there. I knew what I was talking about. I'm going to say that once again. I knew what I was talking about. All of those, man, you must have not watched the game. Y'all watched the whole damn game. And Texas A&M done what they wanted to do, and that's put the pressure on the opposing opponent. Also, they wore North Carolina out. They wore that North Carolina defense out. That North Carolina defense is good. I underestimated them. I will say that. I underestimated them. But they wore them out. When the game was on the line, Texas A&M showed up. When the game was on the line, A-Chain showed up. How the way he broke those tackles, I haven't seen that in a long freaking time. That young man bust out for a 75-yard run. I have not seen that from a Texas A&M running back in a long time. How the way we dominated in the fourth quarter, we put up 24 points, by the way, in the fourth quarter alone to North Carolina's 7. You have to understand that dominance comes in any way, form, shape, or fashion. What the defense did was start dominating in the fourth quarter. What the offense did was start dominating in the fourth quarter. And when the game mattered the most, they dominated. Now, if they would have had the starters, this game probably would have been won by a touchdown, Texas A&M. There's no doubt in my mind about that. All right? With those opt-outs, that didn't have anything to do with Texas A&M. Why do you guys feel like you guys can blame Texas A&M on how the way they played when they had to change up their game plan to a newer offense? They didn't know what they were getting with that offense. That's not the same offense that's been out there, man. We don't know that offense. They still had Sam Howell, so we played Sam Howell. We had a defensive scheme to work around shutting down Sam Howell. And Sam Howell still made plays. That's why that guy will go down as one of the more prolific ACC quarterbacks in the ACC history. He will go down as one of the more prolific quarterbacks in North Carolina history. That's why I have Sam Howell on my radar as a first-round pick when he chooses to come out. Okay? Y'all got to understand that. Excuse me. So don't sit up here and bash A&M for winning the football game, man. What's the problem? Y'all don't like A&M when they win. And y'all damn sure talk about them when they lose. But when they win, none of you guys can accept it. What is the reason for that? None of you guys can accept it, man. I told you what my predictions was anyways when this season started. We was going to lose either 1 or 2 games. And that was going to be it. I told you guys that. I told you that. And my predictions were dead on. They were dead on. Either we was going to lose 1 or 2 games or going to be undefeated. I wasn't lying about that, man. I'm dead serious about this stuff. I wasn't lying about that. I knew what we had. And we turned the season around, man. We took that loss to Alabama and we turned the season around. And we're now the 2020 Orange Bowl champions. So I'm going to tell you what I told you last night. Going into next season, we will have the biggest target on our back. Alabama has been having the target on our back. They're just so used to playing with it where it doesn't faze them anymore. We're just getting here. For the second time in our SEC history. We're just getting here. Now, the guy that chose to come back, that unfortunately got hurt this year, was Cameron Buckley. Cameron Buckley is coming back, people. Now, that's some breaking news. Yes, Cameron Buckley is coming back. And will Cameron Buckley make an impact? Yes, he will. Also, Damon Demas was out there, people. He got wide open. And for the simple fact that Kellen Mond had somebody in his face and Anaya Smith got open a little bit quicker than what Demas got, in which I believe that ball was supposed to go to Demas, but because a guy was in Kellen Mond's face, he had to throw it to Anaya Smith. But then again, Anaya Smith was wide open. Why wouldn't you throw it? I would have thrown it. What are you talking about? But Demas is here. We have some playmakers on the wide receiver side of the ball. Just be patient. Wait until the fall of 2021, man. That's a long ways away. So we're not going to rush this. We have 8 months to go. Let's get back into the rhythm of being a normal society again, in which we would never be. I understand that. But let's get back into the rhythm of bringing everything kind of back to normal. Let's pray that we can pack the stadiums again. Because I'm going to tell you right now, coming that Alabama game, it's going to be crucial. Coming that Auburn game is going to be crucial. Regardless if it's a first-year head coach or not. South Carolina game, that's going to be another one. Regardless if it's a first-year coach or not. That Ole Miss game for sure, because we miss y'all. We miss y'all. Shout out to Ole Miss, by the way, on getting their bowl win against Indiana. So anybody who thought the SEC was down this year and anybody who thinks bowl wins does not matter, good God almighty, y'all kills me with this. Bowl wins matters, people. Damn. You want some type of trophy inside of your trophy case when the year's over with. What is up with y'all with that nonsense? Stop saying that. These bowl games matter to these coaches and to these kids. And as a right, and I'm going to tell you who it mattered to the most too. Urban Miles was one of them. Bowl games matter. It mattered to him. He's the only coach with the most all-time wins in bowl games. He's 12-3. Jumbo Fisher's right under him with 8-2. No, man, these bowl games matter, man. Yeah, you want national championships, but it has to start somewhere, man. You got to start somewhere. You know? And on top of that, it's a lot of Alabama fans that came too and they had said, man, y'all are a good team. And I hear this kind of every year. I hear Alabama say this every year. They say, man, don't get me wrong, we're a good team. And they're talking about their team in particular, Alabama. Say, we're a good team. But when the matchup comes against A&M or Auburn, that is who they worry about the most. All right? And I'm gonna just leave that at that, man. The SEC West is competitive, man. What are you talking about? It's competitive. It's hard. I will not shy away from saying that. The SEC West is hard. And it will continue to get hard. And with how the way we're recruiting and how the way we're coaching, it will stay that way. Okay? I have no doubt about it in my mind that Texas A&M will be in another New Year's Six bowl game on next year. Regardless if it's the playoffs or not, we will be in another New Year's Six bowl game once again. This program is going in a direction where it hasn't seen before. We hadn't been to a New Year's Six. This is our first ever time in a New Year's Six bowl game in a playoff era, man. We hadn't been here. This is our first time getting here. So hell yeah, we are going to feel some type of way. This is our first victory, man. Once again, 2020 Orange Bowl champs, baby. We're here. Who cares about that nonsense? So we're going to talk about some stats here. Also, Kellen Mond hadn't made the decision to come back yet, nor has anybody on the offensive line has made their decisions to either leave or come back, okay? I know it's a lot of you guys that may not want Kellen Mond to come back, but I'm going to go out on a limb here and I'm going to say I would want him to come back for one more year. I would. I would love to see Haynes King as well. But still, like I tell you guys time and time again, man, development is the most important part that you have to take on. If Kellen Mond comes back and wins a national title or at least gets to the playoff, do you know how much that will motivate Haynes King going forward? To where when Haynes King steps in there, Haynes King will be the one to win us a national title. Because if Kellen Mond can get us to the playoff, man, understand this here. If Kellen Mond comes back and gets us to the playoffs, and if Kellen Mond comes back, I guarantee you that Kellen Mond will be a better passer more than anything. Because a lot of people think that Kellen Mond is hitting ceiling. I'm going to be the first to say, no, he hasn't. No, he has not. He didn't have Cameron Buckley this season, nor did he have Jamon Osborne this season. Okay? You guys have to understand that. The person that he did have was Caleb Chapman that got hurt. He did have Anaya Smith, in which was used in multiple ways. Ezekiel Jones, he was coming back from injury. Imagine this team being at full strength come the fall of 2021 with Baylor Cupp, Jalen Watermeyer, Damon Demas, Ezekiel Jones, Musa Muhammad, what's my other boy name? Caleb Chapman, who's it? Anaya Smith, A-Chain, Spiller, and the whole offensive line coming. Man, do you mind? Hey, look here. I'm not going to lie to you. It's going to be a lot of pressure on us because this will be the most veteran staff probably in all of college football history. That we will automatically have a bid to say, hey, I have Texas A&M winning the SEC West. Do you not know how live College Station will be? Although it's a lot of people may not want Kellen Mond to come back, but if he does come back, do you not know how much of a sellout crowd that stadium will be at? That stadium will be at an all-time sellout crowd, and even with Haynes King being the star. This crowd will sell out more than any crowd than you guys have ever witnessed. I guarantee you that. It in the game that won't go not sold out. Also, Colorado, I believe that we go to Colorado this year. Colorado will be coming to us. It will be one of the two with our out-of-conference schedule. I know, right? Big 12 rivalry renewed type of deal, right? But you guys have to put into place, man. This program is going other places. We hadn't been there, baby. We're coming. We're coming. This is all the developmental stage, man. The third year is one of your best years, but the fourth year is your greater year. All right? Ryan Day, he's gotten to the national championship in his second year. There's only a handful of coaches that has ever done it. There's only there's only a handful of coaches who has ever done that in their head coaching tenure, period. All right? I want you to understand that Ohio State is on a whole nother level. All right? We aren't at Ohio State University's level yet. We aren't on Alabama's level yet. We aren't on Oklahoma's offensive level yet. Defensively, yeah, we got your ass by a mile. We aren't on you guys' offensive level yet. Yeah, we hadn't seen that stage yet. We haven't seen that big stage yet. We're now just getting a piece of it. And this here is a clip from Jimbo Fisher himself. He pointed out after the bowl game, they better be glad that the entire 12th man couldn't show up. Better be glad we couldn't come in full force, because it would have been a hell of a game, man, if the whole 12th man was there. But then he said shortly after he won the Orange Bowl, he told everybody around the college football nation, we aren't done yet. No, man, we aren't finished yet. We aren't finished yet, baby. We are not finished yet. Also, man, shout out to the guys who tried to get him with the Gatorade. Jimbo Duck, man, that is the first ever head coach I know for sure that has ran that fast from a Gatorade instead of Kirby Smart. That man got the hell out of Dodge, didn't he? And he pulled his hamstring. He pulled his hamstring. But that's the first ever coach I know for sure, man, that got the hell out of Dodge, okay? So, man, let me talk about some stats here. Kellen Mond was 16 of 26 for 232 yards, 0 touchdown passes, 0 interceptions. Yeah, that didn't a good look for him. I know that. They didn't how you want to go out in your senior season. I understand that. But he had to work with what he had, okay? A couple of those passes, people were wide open. He just didn't connect with them. It is what it is. He was still 16 out of 26. Archain was 12 for 140 with 2 touchdowns. Isaiah Spiller, 11 for 50 for 2 touchdowns before he got hurt. Kellen Mond, 11 for 36, 1 touchdown. We dominated on the ground. We dominated. We took over the game rushing. This is what we've been doing all season long, man. We possess the ball and we run the hell out of it. All right? We run the hell out of it. That is what we do. But then again, listen to this stat. Anaya Smith, 6 receptions, 125 yards. I'm going to say that once again. Anaya Smith, 6 receptions, 125 yards. Don't get me wrong. Ezekiel Jones, I know it ain't a lot of these guys that had receptions in this game. Watermeyer, I'm disappointed. He should have had way more touches than he should have had a touchdown. Understand it. That's fine. But he didn't get one, man. And I'm totally fine with it. I'm fine with it because we dominated in another part of our style of offense. That's the reason why a lot of people are upset. They just don't like how the way Jimbo Fisher calls an offense. He still runs the pro-style offense. That works. We're 9-1, people. He still possessed the football. I told you guys once again, once you get the right players in there to run a pro-style offense, that offense is dangerous. Why? Because he turned it into... No. Okay, let me rephrase. He mixed that pro-style into the new era of college football. There's a lot of people that will still say, oh, man, that offense doesn't work. Understand, a lot of you guys just want to see an exciting offense. Defense still wins championships. Y'all can kill that BS. Defense still wins championships. It's all about what defense will make a stand at the end. And as we can see, Florida just didn't have one of those defenses all year long. And it cost him. It cost him. It ultimately cost him. All right? You can run an offense for so long. Lincoln Riley was one of them. He understood that in order to win a championship, you have to have something in return. So what did he do? He got his damn defense improved. Once again, a lot of people like to say defense doesn't win you championships. But if you don't have a defense, how are you going to stop anybody from scoring? That's what I want to know. How are you going to stop anybody from scoring? You want to know who won that game for Ohio State? Their offense, don't get me wrong, but their defense made a stand when time called for the names. When the time was called for their name to make a play, the defense ultimately stood up and made plays. Okay? So once again, defense still wins you championship, people. You guys can kill that nonsense. You can kill it. You can kill it. Also, let's talk about the University of North Carolina stats. They had a lot of stuff too. Sam Howell, 18 out of 31, 234 yards. He only had 234 yards. He didn't have over three. I thought he had over 300 yards on how the way he was throwing the ball. But he only had 234 yards, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception. This is what they had on the ground. 15, B. Brooks. I don't know the young man's name. British Brooks. Let me go back to the stats here. British Brooks had 15 carries, 53 yards, 0 touchdowns. Sam Howell was the second leading rusher. 12 carries, 25 yards. They didn't have who they wanted to have. Once again, that's not Texas A&M's fault. It's Texas A&M's job to stop whatever they have on the field at the time. That's that. That's a part of coaching, man. You guys just wanted A&M to beat them like 52-0 or 41-14 or 31-17 like Notre Dame, I guess. In Notre Dame, they're going to take their credit and, we beat them 31-17. Well, we beat them 41-27, man. That's the same exact goddamn score. It's just they didn't have everybody. That isn't our fault at the end of the day. How can you guys place that blame on Texas A&M and discredit them for their victory? That doesn't make any sense to me. That doesn't make any sense. But like I said, I get it. We're the number 5 team, and nope, you guys don't like that. Y'all don't like that. Y'all don't agree with that. You don't agree with that. And which leads me to saying, well, what in the hell do you want from this team? What do you guys want? You guys want us to be a loser. Just say that. Just point out the obvious state that you guys just want Texas A&M to lose. And then I saw somebody come in and say, well, if this was a regular type of season, A&M would have had about 3 or 4 losses. Man, y'all kills me. Y'all, well, who the hell would the 3 or 4 losses would have been to? Who would have been to? Who you gonna tell me would have been? South Carolina? Who you gonna tell me would have been? Auburn? Who you gonna say it would have been? Florida? Because Florida had everybody on their team when we played them. That was a full roster, and we beat them. Alabama had a full roster. Y'all folks don't understand, bro. When Alabama beat us, they had a full damn roster. They had Jalen Waddle, they had John Mechie, and they had Devontae Smith. Let alone they had Mac Jones, and they had Najee Harris. We got beat by a full goddamn roster, man. What they're doing now is short another All-American wide receiver. I'm not going to speak anything else on that. And that's just that. And we got beat at their home field. What in the hell you guys expected us to do when we're covering that many people? Now, I expected the game to be close. Yeah, I did. In my honest opinion, but we had drops in that game. There was a lot of people dropping balls, and we still hadn't established a continuity on the offense yet. It was the second game, man. It is what it is, but we will probably be one of the teams, not the only team, we'll probably be one of the teams in this college football era now to go down as one of the most scrutinized teams that lose in one football game in all of college football. And that's my honest opinion. They scrutinized us heavy for that. When we lost that game, everybody in the college football world felt like we should have won every other game by at least 20 or 30 points. And if we were going to say we were this 4th best team, in which Notre Dame didn't do, hell, they won against Louisville 17, what was it, 12-7. Whatever, man. Whatever. It is what it is. There's a lot of people that discredit the win against LSU that we had 20-7. Like, what do you guys want from us? What do y'all want? What do y'all want from this team, man? What do y'all want from this team? I'm not understanding what all do you guys want, man? It's driving me crazy to know what's you guys' expectations. Y'all got your own expectations and y'all gonna live by those expectations because y'all are probably fans of a blue blood team. We ain't no damn blue blood. Damn. We're just trying to get a national title. And many more after that. We're just trying to make it to where we can be a consecutive 10-win team. What do you guys want? I don't understand what y'all want, man. But y'all want a whole lot. Y'all want a lot. And it's killing me to know that y'all want a lot. Hey, y'all want a lot. That's my baby boy, y'all. Y'all want a lot. I'm not understanding it. But hey, man, once again, we're the 2020 Orange Bowl champs. Guys, get ready for the 2021 season because it's going to be stellar. All right, like I say, I didn't have any... Oh, breaking news about this here, too. Urban Myers, of course, he doesn't coach college football, but Urban Myers is considering NFL. Jaguars is a possibility, and from what I'm seeing and I'm hearing and reading, Urban Myers has already accepted the Jaguars head coaching role. So, me being a fan of the Houston Texans, all I can say is, damn, they just won't give us a break. They will not give us a break, man, at all. This division will continue to get stronger. Also, for the Florida Gator fans, man, if you guys are listening, Dan Mullen just may be leaving the program. Hey, I don't know what's going on in Gainesville at the moment, but in my honest opinion, Florida has not reached the ceiling yet. No, they have not touched it yet with Dan Mullen, nor his players. That is a good football team. But I don't know where Dan Mullen's head is at the moment. But he's considering the NFL as well. So you guys might lose your head coach, and you guys may be losing a lot of recruits too. So I just want you guys to stay tuned for that. It's crazy to me. Texas has officially announced that Steve Sarkisian will be their next head coach. The offense coordinator for Alabama, I have no clue who the hell it's going to be. But will that give A&M a chance to, compete with Alabama? Because as of right now, we're the only ones that, I wouldn't say close to beating them, but we're the only ones that will come into next season with the pressure on our backs to say, hey, are y'all going to challenge Alabama yet? So we will be the only program in the West to challenge them. I'm totally fine with that because they have to come to us this year. You guys have to come to Kyle Field this year. In which, y'all have owned us at Kyle Field because we haven't got no victory over you yet. 2021, I'm claiming that victory. All right, ain't no doubt about it in my mind. I'm not scared to say that, and I'm going to be bold about it. We will get a victory against you guys. I see some in this team, they're heading in the direction where even Alabama hadn't seen them go yet. But they're waiting. Alabama fans are waiting. They're just waiting on legitimate competition, except Auburn. Auburn gave them competition every other year, but Auburn hasn't went to the national title since 2013. Hadn't won one since 2010. But their national title is way more recent than our national title. So, hey, it is what it is. Once again, guys, this is Homemade Podcast Sports. Guys, 2021, let's make this go viral more than ever. All right? The show is being sponsored by Dope and Styles and King's Beard Grooming Company. I love all of you guys, and you guys have been a big part of my life. To the guys that said thank you to me for being for being a part of the A&M family and community and stuff like that. No, man, thanks to you guys for making this show be bigger than what I ever expected it to be. Okay? So it's because of you guys that I'm coming out with multiple episodes and keeping you guys in tune. All right? So I won't be back tomorrow. It'll most likely be like on Wednesday. You know, we're gonna kind of let our Orange Bowl victory just set in a little bit more, things like that. But I'll return to you guys on Wednesday, okay? I love all of you guys, to the Aggie community and to the alumni. I told you guys once before to stand up, and I'm gonna say it again, man. Stand up. Hashtag Giggle Maggots. Love you guys. And thank you guys for tuning in to the hashtag Homemade Podcast Sports. Please, guys, subscribe to the YouTube page and also follow me on Twitter at JPops, on Instagram at JPops, and also on Facebook at hashtag Homemade Podcast Sports. Thank you guys once again. Hashtag Giggle Maggots.